So I've been getting a lot of comments in the videos here dealing with the pistol brace rule that have been related to the pistol brace optics, the scopes, and so forth. What is the ATF talking about? That's what we're going to be discussing here right now. So the ATF released, of course, there's 6 points of what they're looking at. And really, number 3, and to a lesser degree, but an equally important degree, number 6 are what we're talking about. I'm going to read them right now. Number 3 says, whether the weapon is equipped with sights or a scope with eye relief that require the weapon to be fired from the shoulder in order to be used as designed. Number 6 says, information demonstrating the likely use of the weapon in the general community. So again, these are the different factoring criteria that ATF is going to be looking at. What does that mean in plain English? In other words, they're trying to figure out whether or not this assembled pistol, we would say, rifle, they might say, was really designed to be fired primarily from the shoulder or one-handed as a handgun would be. How scopes and how optics play into that is, of course, we all know that there are certain scopes and optics that you just could not use on a pistol and that you would use on a rifle and vice versa. One of the biggest things has to do with eye relief, right? Eye relief is the distance that your eye needs to be from the optic in order to get the proper sight box, focus, all that kind of stuff. Many rifle eye reliefs are generally anywhere from 2.5 to maybe even 3.5 to 4 inches. That's a pretty typical one. This side of some sort of scout scope and something like that. Whereas many pistol sights have a wider eye relief, longer eye relief, and so forth if you're thinking about revolver hunting style pistols. Or of course you have the red dot reflex sights that have become really popular these days. How does this all play together? What is the ATF trying to tell us? Well, the ATF's basically, again, their big backup viewpoint, and don't confuse me as defending their position, I'm just trying to explain their position. The ATF's viewpoint is they're trying to figure out whether or not your pistol is going to be designed to be used as a rifle. In the big picture, if we're kind of going first principles here, that's what they're trying to figure out. So one of the big things they've been talking about elsewhere in the rules is the surface area of the back of the pistol brace, right? So if it's just this little round spot, like for instance a buffer tube, they've come out and said, you know what, that's fine, that's not designed to be fired from the shoulder. But if you have an area that's clearly large enough that there's enough surface area there that in their determination, they say, you know what, it's past whatever arbitrary or imaginary tipping point that now it's suitable to be fired from the shoulder, then that's me one of their criteria. Another thing they're looking at here is the optics of, look, if you've got a rifle optic on there that you have to have your face a couple inches away from, you probably aren't going to be holding it like this, just a couple inches away. And again, that's the ATF. That's not me talking. So if you are going to be having a pistol brace that for whatever reason has not been factored in as being an automatic conversion to an SBR, and we do have a list of what the ATF has already put out there, linked in the description box below. If you are going to be having some sort of device, a pistol brace that's not automatically SBR land, because maybe it's unclassified as something that's coming out, maybe it was 3D printed, I don't know. You've got some sort of device that fits that, and you're worried about putting an optic on that would now trip the wire of the ATF into saying, you know what, this whole thing now, that's all SBR felony territory. Again, you're looking at eye relief. Was this designed for pistols to be fired kind of out from the body and out from the face or in? That's what I think they're going for on these rules. Rules 3 and Rule 6. 6 dealing again with information demonstrating the likely use of the weapon in the general community. Rifle scope equals rifle use. That's what the ATF will be arguing. That's not what I'm arguing. That's what they're arguing. Now, of course, keep in mind that many of these sights, particularly things like red dots, that can obviously blur the line because there is really no eye relief. That could be used up close, that could be used far away. So I think that looking elsewhere in the ATF rules and how they've gone about things, they've talked about marketing literature and they've looked to see how it's being promoted. In their rules, they're actually taking snapshots of YouTube to show how different people at SB Tactical were using their pistol brace devices. So this is where, believe it or not, how your scope was marketed, if it says rifle versus pistol, if it says only one or the other, that may have legal significance and importance. So you have to be mindful of the fact of how your devices were actually marketed. No, I'm not suggesting that's fair. I am suggesting that that is the world that we're living in until, God willing, the lawsuits strike home and hopefully this ruling gets thrown out. Guys, if you like this, please show support for the channel. Click subscribe, click like, share this video around. Let me know what you want to see us do videos about in the comment section. Let me know if I missed anything with respect to the optics, any other feedback or points on it. I look forward to seeing those comments below. Guys, we'll see you in the next one.